Hey guys, I'm Piquet and welcome to Motorsport Report. Today we look ahead to the Bahrain Grand Prix and reveal our 5 things to look out for at the Sakir track in the desert this weekend. At number 1, Bahrain has been a happy hunting ground for Ferrari in recent years. Sebastian Vettel has won the last 2 races here, and a hat trick on Sunday would be very welcome after a hugely disappointing season opener in Melbourne where he didn't even make the podium. The heat of the desert should help Ferrari keep its tires in the operating window and therefore improve the balance of the SF90. It looked great on track in pre-season testing in Barcelona, and the similar track characteristics with some long and tire-chewing corners could see the pendulum swing back in its favor. But Mercedes might have something to say about that. Number 2, and it's Lewis Hamilton needing to quail the renewed threat from his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Now, Lewis is one of those drivers who doesn't really care who his teammate is. He'd be happy to go toe-to-toe with Verstappen or Vettel in equal machinery. Remember him versus Alonso in his rookie year? Absolute fireworks. But just like Nico Rosberg showed in 2016, get under Hamilton's skin and you can severely rattle him. As Nico says, Lewis is prone to off days, and the trick is to make him have more of those during a season than usual. Now, the only way to truly do that is to beat him by fair means or just maybe the occasional foul. Nico started his title year with a win in Melbourne, followed by another win in Bahrain. Over to you, Valtteri. That's what you've got to emulate, and you beat Lewis here last year. At number 3, it's Red Bull posing an intriguing threat to Mercedes and Ferrari. Now, last year's Bahrain Grand Prix was a total disaster for Red Bull, with both cars retiring by lap 15, but this season promises so much more than that. For a start, Pierre Gasly qualified his Toro Rosso Honda in the top 6 here in 2018 and went on to score his best ever result in 4th place. Now, with all due respect to Toro Rosso, with the Honda power unit in the back of a Red Bull, we should expect even more. Max Verstappen was, well, doing Max things in Melbourne. His pass on Vettel was perfectly executed, and chasing Hamilton for the rest of the afternoon shows he's up for a fight for victory anytime his car gets him close enough. Now promoted to the big team, Gasly needs another strong performance like he showed here last year after a dismal qualifying in Australia that effectively ruined his weekend. At number 4, it's Renault needing to react after a disappointing Melbourne. You got the feeling it wasn't going to be a great day when big money signing Daniel Ricciardo lost his front wing before the first corner. Nico Hülkenberg put up a decent fight for Haas's Kevin Magnussen, but he wasn't able to take that best of the rest spot from the spiky Dane. Now, Renault was supposed to take its car to the next level this year, but it still seems mired in the midfield rather than taking it to Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. The expectations are heightened here, and so far it has not delivered. Let's see what updates it can bring to the car this weekend, as that is the only way Renault is going to move forward. And at number 5, it's the acid test for the new aerodynamic rules that promised increased overtaking in 2019. The new front wings have been a huge talking point during the off-season, with reduced aero outwash designed to allow cars to follow a lot more closely through corners. Melbourne is never a great track for overtaking, whereas Bahrain has served up some frenzied classics. I'm thinking Hamilton versus Rosberg in 2014. So there will be 2 DRS zones at Sakir, and the start-finish straight one in particular that leads into the tight right-hander at turn 1 should provoke a lot of passes. If we don't get much passing on Sunday, we'll definitely be left wondering whether all the time, effort and money was worthwhile. So fingers crossed, everyone. There's plenty to look forward to this weekend, and we'll only get all the answers when the cars are on track. So be sure to stay tuned on Autosport.com and Motorsport.com to follow all the action as it happens. I'm Piquet, and thanks for watching Motorsport Report.